Hello and welcome, this is Melskiner, and we're back with some more Unity of Command. So it's time to end the turn. Let's see what the enemy does. So, more reinforcements. Oh, interesting. This goes away when they move. Maybe they have to stay still to use it. I mean, I will admit there's still a lot of this game that maybe I don't understand as much, but I just haven't seen as many of these special steps in one campaign, geez. Or one scenario, I should say. Yeah, and then they refreshed. So, I guess it only matters on their turn. Alright, so this is our objective for turn 7. Currently turn 6, so we need to get moving on that. Not a lot of opposition standing in between me and that objective, though, so that's good. Alright, so let's start in north, because I think this one's a little bit more set in stone what we're going to do. So some of these units were cut off from supply. So we should be able to go in and do heavy casualties. Okay, it looks like I'll be able to get away with attacking here, even though it's across the river. Okay. The question is where to attack with the tank. Weather is affecting up here. That's unfortunate. Okay. As a result, we don't have supply here. So the attack with the tank might not be all that effective. And again, weather is just about everywhere. Again, affecting here. So the likelihood we're going to be able to do a whole lot on this guy, I don't know. Well, let's keep our focus here. We can only move this infantry up. So 1 and 1 there. You have a lot more casualties here, but if we don't do casualties to this guy, I think linking up, well, I say that. Look at the supply situation there. I don't know if linking up is going to do me much good at all because of the terrain. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit this guy because we'll probably be able to wipe him out. We follow that up with an attack here. We've got the overrun, but there's not anything I can do with that. Let's have this unit move here. Okay, so the supply situation is such that wouldn't be in supply there. Huh. Well, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do. I want a unit to be out of supply multiple turns. If I can avoid it. I really can't move my men into a spot all that helpful. I guess you're going to go down here. You're going to go that way. So, yeah. Okay. Also wipe this guy out. Cornered. And we got the overrun, but that doesn't really matter. Because of the weather, we're going to be pretty slow here. And not really able to do any casualties to this guy. Well, let's focus on what we can do. So can I do anything here? Not likely. I kind of feel like I need to. Supply situation is, again, not great because... Yeah, we need to capture this rail line. So let's see. -3 odds. Oh, that's not good. I never did capture the rail line? Oh yeah, that's right, because this unit was there and they moved down. Okay. Okay, well, why don't we focus, because, well, the weather's affecting there too. I was about to say. Okay, what's our chance of hitting this guy? A little bit better. It's probably because the weather is bad over that territory. Granted, the weather's bad here too, so I don't know why that's a -3 versus a -2. I mean, I know if I wait one more turn, this guy's done. And it'd be easy to wipe him out. But I feel like keeping units here is just slowing my advance, and not having this rail line is slowing my advance, so... Tough. Alright, I'll go with 1 airstrike. We'll see how that goes. There we go. See what that did for me. Still 1 and 1. Go with another one. That one didn't do anything. So yeah, despite getting good damage there, yeah, it would be a terrible idea to push. Okay then. If we'd breached him, it would have been another story. I kind of wonder if the cavalry would be able to finish this unit off. Alright. We'll just focus here now. I feel like maybe I should have used the airstrikes up here, but I was just, you know, kind of trying to get units moving. Speaking of which, kind of thinned out down here. But because of the weather, we can't do any attacking. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be pushing this rail line much. Especially when we only get 1 casualty. Your terrain. So you are in the woods, so I guess that makes a little... why I couldn't really do much in the way of casualties there. But see, a unit like this, if it wasn't for the weather, we would easily wipe out. So it, you know, it comes at just the right time for the enemy. Blow me the heck down. Probably gonna ignore this guy. Where's the rail line? Okay, so these 2 units can forge ahead. Because of the weather, I can't get very far anyway, so I guess we hit this guy. Your chance of doing here 2. come down here and hit these guys, but again, because of the weather, the supply is going to be terrible. And we'll probably be cut off from supply. And again, we can't fight here. We have to wait until this guy's entirely cut off. Okay. As long as we keep pushing the rail line, I think we'll be fine. At least for this advantage. So we'll do some damage here. Going forward. There's an infantry unit that I can move up like this. Moment, that's not a great move, but... Okay, that's not too bad. We just need to make sure that this guy can't come in here and cut me off from supply. Honestly, I'm not sure I can do now because of how limited this guy's movement. The weather! So I may have to move one of my tanks back to make sure that he can't do that. If he's able to cut my supply lines, then I'm in a lot of trouble. I can't get any of these guys. And there we go. That will do. That in mind, move this infantry up here. Tank in. The supply situation here. Not bad. So I'll have this guy move here. Don't really want him to move in a way that he can cut me off, so one supply there, despite the weather. This guy should not really be able to threaten me. Go. Guy in his place. Guy here. Alright, well, 2 casualties is better than 1. Off. Down this way. There. Alright. Well, it's going to be as much movement as I can get done with this kind of weather. Tank can come in. I don't really have a better move for it. Honestly, we could probably afford to spread out a bit here. Fortunately, it wouldn't be a good spot casualties. Because they can't cross the river here. In one turn, so that's not too bad, and then we can move this guy nowhere. That's actually one of those situations where we didn't want him to retreat. We could hit here though. Once is going to be as good as it gets, I think, in the north. So, did this matter of moving more units up to support, and moving here, block that guy off. We'll wipe him out next turn. Can't really do anything to him this turn. Alright, so what can we do here? Pierce guys, at least up to this guy. And we have a fairly good chance of just annihilating him. But my tanks have been weakened, so actually hard to say. As far as you're gonna get. Okay, that was quite good. I haven't moved this guy yet. Use him. Do need to capture that rail line. Got it, fishing. Shouldn't be able to capture the rail line, I mean the city here, so. But honestly, we're not going to be hitting anybody else, so go ahead and do what damage we can do here. Go up and capture more rail line. Okay, we'll decide on more stuff, all these infantry and what have you, what they're going to do a bit here. I could make a bid to cut these guys off from supply, but they're pretty beat up. I mean, most of them only have a couple men left. Fly here. Bye. That way. Oh, we couldn't afford that kind of losses. Jeez. I'll take the casualties just because, I mean, what else is this cavalry going to do other than wipe out units like that? But I'm kind of getting sick of this, you know, the odds that it says, and then you take huge amounts of casualties. And that time it was the same odds and we don't take any casualties. I mean, if it was one casualty, I'd understand a bit. Like 2, 3, sometimes it gets a little ridiculous in my opinion. Oh, not really able to get anywhere. Because this guy has an engineer, we may... No, we're not going to get that. These guys are just going to have to sit tight because we are not going to be able to get anything done here. Even if the tank manages to get good casualties there, it's not going to matter. And I should be able to take this guy, I think, with 3 units. Honestly, I may only need 2, considering that he will be completely out of supply, so... Okay. Now's not the time, apparently, to do that. Into bad weather across a river. That's not going to get me anywhere. Alright, I'll set up here because we can cross the river, maybe. Okay. I think that's everything we can do for this turn. Yeah, I remember I moved that stuff so we'd get it in supply. What's even worse is that guy's out in the open, too. So I outnumber him, I have better stats than he does, but because of the weather, I would take awful casualties. Oh, we got this guy still to move. Oh, we might as well have him push up the rail line here. The only amount of forward progress we have, this is an objective we need to get fairly soon, and we can go from this objective down to this one if we want to. So, all right, that's going to be the way we go. All right, let's end the turn. Oh, I must have missed a move here. They did cut me off from supply. Well, one turn won't be a big deal, and I should be able to stop that guy. Okay. This is Fateful Turn 7. We have to take this out in this turn. These guys have been cut off from supply, but it shouldn't be hard to regain it because it's just this guy staying in our way. We can do a lot of casualties here. Let's see what the weather situation is. Still tremendously bad weather for almost all of the map. Jeez. Alright, let's do the heavy casualties first. Alright, I'll take it. Somebody come in here, capture that crap. And I guess keep moving. We don't need to hold the ground. Fortunately, apparently the train cost for going into that space is like tremendous because I can't I can't do it with any of my units. Oh, we'll be right next to it next turn. Theory, be able to move. Oh, there we go. We captured it. I guess I can go around if I want to, if it's faster. I think linking this rail line is going to be fairly important. I think this guy's out of supply for the second turn now. I guess it's just the weather that's causing me to have such a hard time linking stuff up. Then again, I don't know if capturing this rail line is actually going to do me any good because there's the river is. I mean, maybe the supplies will get across the river, but then again, maybe they won't. All right, well, let's just wipe this guy out. And cornered or not dead. Wow. All right. You're trying to run away. Honestly, I don't know if it matters if we pay you any mind or not. I mean, you could eventually come over here and cut my line off, so that would be annoying, I guess. Yeah, I must have missed a move here, or maybe I just didn't realize that they could get up in there, because I think I did move out of that region. There is rain over there, so this guy will be invincible. We'll try and delete this guy. There we go. Guy in to finish this guy off. Good. Okay, now we're back in supply. Looks like that's the only guy I can do any casualties to. Of course, it does casualties to me as well. Yeah, let's finish this guy off. Move the engineers in. Take this infantry out. Okay. For some reason I can't move into that spot. So we may get cut off from supply here again. I guess I can move here. Oh. And they have just ground me to a halt. I mean, seriously, you can't get into that woods. Fine, this tank's not gonna go much of anywhere anyway. Sure, what the hell. And of course I take more casualties than they. Ugh. And I don't want to just sit here all day having to deal with this guy. We should be just fine as far as supply goes. Alright, we did that. Considering you're the only one that can, you should get the rail line for me. I have to think of what I'm going to do outside of that, though. Focus here, so... Currently, I'd take casualties if I tried that. Because I'm trying to cross a bridge here. You have an engineer unit, but it can't get there. And again, the weather is bad, so... Of course. Hold on. What we want to do is capture this, so this should be my primary concern. There's no weather over it, so sure. Do both attacks here. Why not? Okay. I can't even get to him. This weather is something else. So this is the only guy that can attack this turn. Well, it looks like we can do some damage, maybe. Not enough to really matter, I guess, but... I might as well use the tanks for something, right? So, I'll go ahead and come in here. Hit this guy from behind. We try and link these two up, which we're fairly close to doing anyway. Yep, still he's untouchable, despite being an open terrain and only having 3 men. There we go. I'll go ahead and move this unit up. I think I'm gonna have to ignore that guy. Try and get into position for next turn. So there's no way we're getting this done by turn 7, so no brilliant victory for us. Stop his ability to cut my supply line. We have difference in the here. Alright, well, that could have gone better. I already moved everything here. It's mostly just this I have to figure out what to do with. Alright, go ahead and capture the rail line. Here we're not getting anywhere other than there, so it works. We're now in supply, but unfortunately it's not going to help me this turn. I don't think he'd break his thing to attack me, so I'm actually going to move here to allow me to regroup, but also be across the river and get more of the rail line. A little bit of damage there. We have our engineers set up across the river. That is going to probably help. And have this guy go up and attack. Oh. Can't force the rail line yet. I mean, granted, we're not really getting supplies from that rail line, but might as well prepare for it. Go ahead and there. Because you can get in here. So let's move you up. Good from a casualty standpoint. Get there with this tank. We kind of already got our way open as long as we can break this guy. And he should be cut off from supply. I don't know if it's enough matter, but that's 1 and 1, so we don't really have much chance there. Would have this guy move up, capture more of the rail line, but it would put our tank in a vulnerable spot, and tanks aren't necessarily good on defense. But this stage, what else is the tank going to do if it's not doing anything offensive? Yeah, sure, what the hell. Prevents this guy from crossing over to the other side of the river and causing me to have to dig him out of there, so... Okay. Oh, looks like we can go even further. Well, the further we go up, the more likely we're cutting guys off from supply, because we're cutting them further and further up the line. So this guy probably will be out of supply next turn, especially the weather being what it is, like this. Okay, the supply situation's not bad here. Can't quite get there. This does put my men in a position to cross the river next turn. We could do now. The supply situation may be dire if I cross here. Then again, we're very close to linking up with our men over here. There we go, we got it. Supply is still a little tight, but... Alright. Got this situation here. Could cross the river. I don't think I'd be in supply here, although it's hard to say the way rivers work. We could also get killed here if I'm not careful. What do these guys have? A bunch of anti-tank? Yeah, they have anti-tank weapons. I'm gonna go for it anyway. The better odds. I actually can do possibly some casualties here. Oh, look at that. I can't get over. That figures. Push him back and I can't make the ground. Oh! Yeah, we're probably gonna lose that tank. Open terrain and everything. Can't even use my extra movement to get across. Alright, well. I think that's everything that we can do this turn. Yeah. Got this unit, which I didn't end up moving, but we'll have it move along there. Yeah, that's everything I think we can do, and this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Multigunner signing out.